Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake goes by.
Wake your punk ass up. That
Crust out, y'all.
All right, we're going to get into some celebrity wire. We got a special guest, right, Tracy?
Hell yeah, we got a special guest. So, we bring a lot of media outlets out here. And if you pay attention to the current landscape of media, you know that the graveyard of blogs and magazines is so huge. But there is one outlet that has always risen to the top and stands so freaking tall, no matter who tries to steal the way they build their stories, no matter who tries to regurgitate their lists. BuzzFeed is here to stay.
Yes.
And we have one of their top pop culture writers with us. Her name is Sylvia Obell. Did I get the last name correct?
Yep.
Hey, Sylvia.
How are you?
Welcome, baby.
Thank you for having me.
How long you been over there at BuzzFeed?
A little over a year.
A little over a year.
Yeah.
I've worked in companies, I won't say any names, that have used BuzzFeed as a model of excellence. And you have seen them change the face of their own presentation to fit that of BuzzFeed. A lot of people have stolen your grid, your blueprint of what you're doing over the years. Would you agree, Tracy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that as a compliment, or do you guys see that as like, oh my gosh, all this competition is just like rising next to us everywhere?
I see it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I think it's like shows when you can change kind of the format of how media is being done is a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of the reason why I wanted to work there personally.
Yeah.
Like when you're in meetings and it's like we need to be more like BuzzFeed, it's kind of like, well, then I guess that's where I should be. Kind of a thing.
That's true, man. Like we see this happen in the rap game a lot, man. Future comes out with a sound and a look, then 1,000 rappers follow Future, right?
Right.
BuzzFeed came out with a certain look, a certain niche, and everybody start biting BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
But we'll have to take advantage, Sylvia, of having a black person from BuzzFeed, because the uproar that happened. Sway, I'm not sure if you paid attention to this, but this was the only time I ever saw people upset at BuzzFeed because of a video post, which was like 24, 25 questions black people have for black people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and people thought that it was very stereotypical. It didn't represent the whole scope of the black community. Were you a part of that? And how did you feel about the opinions that were out there?
No, that was actually done out by BuzzFeed Video in LA.
Okay.
So like a lot of us in New York on the edit side saw it when everybody else did, kind of a thing. So I definitely, agreed. I think it was definitely a learning experience for the team.
I like that answer right there. That was a learning. I'm sorry. That was pretty. That was pretty damn good.
Yes, Sylvia.
He said that was a learning experience for the team.
I had to ask,
That was great. So what's when we go on BuzzFeed today? What's like top stories right now? What got y'all buzzing?
I think as far as pop culture, there'll be a lot of Billboard award stuff. There's always a lot of quizzes and stuff that are always doing great. Ariana Grande.
She did well last night.
Yeah.
Except for the little trip.
Yeah, I was going to say the trip post is trending more than the performance.
The trip is over the performance?
It's always the little things, it's so crazy.
Any slice of negativity.
But she walked everywhere. She was going to trip. Coming down the stairs. When did she trip?
When she was accepting...
No, was it?
When she was about to accept an award. It was like...
Okay, but that wasn't even in the performance, right?
Yeah, no. But that's what's trending, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what it come down to?
And also, Sylvia, what about... You had a story that gained a lot of traction where it was about the Kardashian Karma and the rise of Black China.
Yes, Angela Kardashian.
Yes, excuse me. Let me get prepared for that switch. Yeah, so why don't you break down that story a little bit? Like, what is the Kardashian Karma that they're currently dealing with?
It's just kind of a situation where I found it ironic as a person who's mildly obsessed with the Kardashians.
Mildly,
just that this woman, especially her being a black woman, kind of came and beat them at their own game in a way where she basically rose in the industry that they kind of helped create as far as making famous being famous, a bigger kind of new industry. And, just the whole way of kind of infiltrating and like, using social media to kind of like gather fans and like, marrying people who may or may not help you, get to where you're trying to be. I think the fact that she did that using their own brother after her baby's father and former fiance kind of left her, assumingly for Kylie Jenner, was kind of like the whole karma part of it.
Right.
That made it really interesting to me. And I just kind of felt like, does everybody else know what's happening? Because there's just so much here. So I just had to I felt like I hadn't seen it all in like one place yet. And I felt like it was such a crazy pop culture plot twist.
Right.
That I really wanted to write about it.
It definitely was a plot twist. Let me ask you this, because looking at how you said this whole industry has grown from, the Kardashians creating a, hey, let's be famous for being famous type of thing, and with social media just making sure that all eyes and ears are on these pop culture icons, do you think we're going to have 1 million more Blac Chynas born in a year now?
Well, I mean, I think there's something to be given to Blac Chyna for her flawless pettiness and patience, but and hustle in just general. But I think that it's definitely giving rise to more people trying to be like that. I mean, there's only one Kardashian brother, so
right.
I guess that.
But is that a good thing?
Jesus.
That's a whole debate. I think that you have our celebrities out there that I appreciate who don't take part in this. Like the Beyoncés and like the Kerry Washingtons. But then
the ones with talent.
Right. So when they're not
Thanks, Sway.
Right. So when they're
the ones who can actually sing something or perform.
Put an album together, go on tour.
Yeah, something. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You don't have the patience for the Instagram models?
Yeah, I'm trying, though. Sylvia, I'm trying. I just want to ask you, I thought Rihanna killed it last night. Did you watch the Billboard Music Awards?
I watched clips.
Okay, so you didn't see the performance?
She was traveling.
I was traveling, but I did see the clips of the Rihanna performance. I thought she also did, well.
Yeah, I thought she did well. I thought, I thought she put her heart and soul in it. It was gritty passion.
Yeah, for sure.
You wasn't feeling it, huh? All right, we're going to come back with some Celebrity Wire. Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, we are going to come back. And
Celebrity moment.
About Kanye West and the crazy demands he makes when you work for him.
Shade 45.
Las Vegas.
That's right. We got a special guest from BuzzFeed.
Yeah, Sylvia Obell is with us.
Hello,
How are you,
hello.
Sylvia? You still happy here?
Yes.
Representing
Having
Trenton,
a good time.
Trenton, New Jersey.
Trenton.
Jersey, stand up.
Gotta do it because Heather ain't here.
The
Heather's
ghost
not
of
here,
HB.
right? Lock your
609.
cars. Lock your cars.
Okay.
Oh, damn,
Shots.
Shoot.
Them cars.
Don't come from my city like that.
What's up? You know what, Jersey got some of the sickest rappers. We just had Redman up here.
Right.
Joe Budden,
Right.
Lauren.
Outsiders,
Naughty by nature.
Fetty Wap.
Queen Latifah's from Jersey, too.
Yep.
Aw, Fetty. All right, you know what? Speaking of Fetty, that reminds me, he won last night for the Billboard Music Awards. So let me just update you guys with what happened. So first of all, everyone was looking to see how this Prince tribute would turn out. Madonna was definitely still the one performing, but Stevie Wonder came on stage, so it made it rather interesting. They didn't get completely slandered. And then Kesha found her way on stage. Dr. Luke was trying to bar her. That was the entire news. But her fans were rallying behind her and saying, no, she needs to go on stage. And she was actually quiet about that entire court ordeal with him. And I feel like the silence spoke louder than words. And she did a beautiful tribute to Bob Dylan. Now, as far as winners are concerned...
Hold on.
Yes.
We're not just going to skip over that Prince tribute.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
We got to revisit that Prince tribute.
And also, Kesha was silent because that was part of the deal. That was part of the
Well,
agreement.
allegedly. We don't know.
Kesha did well. She definitely grabbed the heart of the audience. People gave her a standing ovation. So that was a good way for her to kind of re-enter the fold. The Prince tribute fell flat.
Yeah.
It fell flat to me. It could have been done. Nothing against Madonna. Perhaps Madonna should have been a part of it, but she shouldn't have been the center point of this tribute. And she sang the Sinead O'Connor Prince songs. Nothing compared. It wasn't a celebratory tribute to me. It was more of a somber tribute that I really believe, as a Prince fan and having interviewed him a few times and hung out with him a few times, he would have wanted the people to party.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he would have wanted a celebration, upbeat, up-tempo songs where Stevie Wonder could have walked out. If I were Madonna, I would have, Stevie Wonder would have walked out. Then Sheila E. would have walked out. then Patti LaBelle would have walked out. Then Morris Day and the Time
It
would
would've
have
been a
walked
parade.
It would've
out.
been a party.
Jimmy, everybody would have walked out and had that whole that
Spirit.
that spirit on stage.
Yeah.
And that Minneapolis whole, contingent all out there saying, hey, man, we were there from the beginning. We're here in the end, and we want to salute our brother. That, to me, was almost like a vanity play.
Yeah.
And like a footnote.
And it just fell flat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did see clips, and what I did see though was BET tweet that don't worry, we got you.
Well, that's
BET
During the
doing
performance,
that.
it was so shady.
Because I saw Stephen Hill from BET had a programming at BET, and that's the first thing I thought. Wait till BET does it,
Right.
And then it'll be done as it should be. Spike Lee is throwing a party too, doing another tribute, I believe June 4th. Here in New York, and I'll be one of the guys emceeing it. I said, hey, Spike, bring me on board. I'm
beautiful.
gonna be
Nice.
hosting. We're gonna have fun, Sylvia.
I saw on
Sounds
Twitter,
like fun.
I was going through some of the comments to see what people were saying about the performance, and I saw that some people weren't exactly blaming Madonna; they were blaming Billboard
Yeah.
because they're
Right.
the ones who made the decision to even have her do the tribute,
Right.
and they were saying, you can't really be mad at her; she's out of her element. This was just not organized right, and I think it's pretty fair to say that.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about that. I think Billboard could have developed a better plan, curated a better moment for his tribute. But still, if I were Madonna, I'd have been like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. We need to invite a few
Right,
more people
under
up
these
here.
conditions.
Yeah, I'll kick it off
Conditions.
because it was big the way she kicked it off. Looked good. Questlove introduced
With
it.
the chair. And
Yeah, and then man, but it could have been. So
Dwayne
much
Wade had a
better.
funny tweet. He said, if this is what Prince gets, the rest of us are in trouble.
That's the other
Yikes.
thing, man. That's the other thing. Like they could have done a. Anyway, so
Well, The Weeknd, he won 6 awards, including the Hot 100, and he actually dedicated his award to Prince. Listen to this.
I want to dedicate this award to the late, great Prince. Rest in peace. I was told not long ago that his last TV appearance, he had given me an award, and that was like the greatest experience of my entire life, and I love him so much. And I didn't know him, but he was very close to me, and he will always be an inspiration, and of course, help me push the envelope forever, and every artist, I hope. Rest in peace, Prince. I love you. Thank you.
yeah, that was great. That was a better tribute than the Madonna one.
Can I mention one more quick thing about the Billboard Awards that people are upset about? So, top rap album. These were the nominees. Drake, if you're reading this, it's too late. Drake and Future, What a Time to Be Alive. Dre's album, Compton. Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. Meek Mill, Dreams Worth More Than Money. And it went to Meek Mill.
It's a travesty.
Good for Meek, man.
That's a win for him.
Yo, I bet even he was like, what the fuck?
Right.
Meek was shocked.
Meek
Y'all
probably
sure?
think they trying to meme me again, man.
Yeah. All right.
Yo,
Yeah.
really? Meek got that, huh?
Yes, he did, yo.
I
yes,
wonder
he
who
did.
voted on that. Like,
have
nothing
no
against
idea.
Meek, but
Right.
that's interesting.
The same person who picked Madonna to do the tribute.
Ah! That person's having a great week at
How?
work.
Like, I wonder what Billboard is based on a lot of radio play, right?
Yes.
And chart
And sales,
topping and
yes.
sales, right? So I'm wondering how would that outperform any of the Drake projects, even Kendrick's project. Who was the other one?
We had
Oh,
Drake.
the Compton.
Yeah.
The Compton album, right?
Yeah, and the Drake and Future joint.
Yeah, they're like the only ones who thought Meek beat Drake last year, I guess.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Good for Meek. Take that award, man.
Take that
Yo,
win.
Man, take that
Take
L.
that
I mean,
win.
take that W, man. Take that W.
Polish that award every
I
freaking
ain't
day.
mad at him.
Put it on the shelf.
All right,
Why
finally
not?
moving out of Billboard Music Awards and into the life of Diddy. So, he kicked off that Bad Boy reunion tour over the weekend. A lot of people were enjoying it. Mace was there, Busta Rhymes, even though Busta is not a part of Bad Boy, but he was still there. Faith, 112. But then some other people who feel like they're a part of the Bad Boy family are not, their feelings are hurt because they weren't invited to perform. The Band,
Oh.
Day 26, Dirty Money, B5.
Come on, son.
B5?
Remember B5?
Gosh.
They're like a blip in Bad Boy history,
I
but they
remember
still want to
that.
be a part of it. They spoke to TMZ. They said, we just felt like our relationship with Diddy was better than that.
Nah, you know what it is? I think he's focusing on a certain era because the band and the Day 26 and all of that. That came
Right.
from the MTV bad boy
Yeah.
generation.
Making the band.
Yeah, reality TV show bands. And I don't, that ain't the No Way Out era.
Right, I feel you.
Yeah,
But
that
even
ain't-
still, if you would have asked, remember Sarah Stokes from the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, but we made history of Diddy on making the band and pretty much opened the doors for all other reality shows.
That's not true.
no.
Get the hell out of here.
Like Heather would say, no.
Thank you, Sarah. But,
I mean, it was a good season, but
Still,
What reality open the doors
Door.
for all reality shows?
Scram.
No.
That's her quote, not mine, yo.
That'll be the second wave of the Bad Boy tour.
And you better watch what your
I mean,
quotes are if you
if-
want some tickets.
If anybody, Lil C's would be somebody I would think that would have any gripes.
Right.
I heard that they streamed Shine in from Barbados, I think it was, or Belize. Sorry, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
DMX showed up too.
I saw that. I
DMX,
saw
yeah.
that.
Hove was there
It
too.
looked like it was an incredible show. I was in Flint, Sylvia, tending to the water crisis. So
That's
I did
beautiful.
a charity event out there Saturday.
That's great.
Mayor came down, did it with Mo Pete, the NBA player, and I couldn't make the concert.
yeah.
There's
Why you didn't make
September.
Diddy ain't invite me either.
Okay, okay. Basically,
I'm
what
mad
happened-
too, Diddy.
Yeah.
They'll have
All right,
another
what else
one
you
at
got,
Barclays
Tracy?
in September. Okay, so Kanye West. All right, remember this bodyguard that recently got fired by him? Well, he's saying that Kanye is a megalomaniac, which we all can see with our very eyes on Twitter. But he's saying it's to the point where working with him, it felt like he was babysitting a toddler. That's his words. He said that Kanye refuses to push his own elevator buttons, even when, according to this guy's side of things, when it was his first day he's in the elevator, he doesn't know what floor Kanye is trying to go to. But when he stepped in, Kanye just pretty much stared at him. And he asked Kanye, what floor should I press? And Kanye allegedly said he should have done his research in order to know. He's also saying that Kanye demands that every member of his staff not speak in his presence. He doesn't want any of that. And that he said it was much easier babysitting North than it was babysitting Kanye.
Damn.
That was a low blow.
Wow.
10 times worse than what we all see is also his quote.
I mean, he might have his reasons for coming to that conclusion.
He worked with it for only 2 weeks.
Let me try to play the other side of this, right? All right, let me try to play the other side, all right?
Okay,
Give me your
let's
best
see.
shot.
Okay,
Let's
all right,
see.
okay, let me
I'm
play the other
excited.
side, all right?
I'm
Okay, let me
excited.
play the other side here. Okay, Sylvia. You know what it is? Someone like Kanye West is just a magnet for news, right? So once he probably came to that realization, he had to manage the energy around him. Who's around him, what they see, what he says, what they say to him, because all of that could be equated to currency. Like it's being done now. The bodyguard is selling this story
Going public.
about all these idiosyncrasies that Kanye has if you work with him. And now he's going public. So somebody's paying him for this. And this is probably why Kanye tries to limit that by saying, when I'm in a room, don't talk to me. I won't talk to you. Don't ask me what button to press.
I'm not giving you no fodder.
Was there something in there about he didn't want to ride in the car with the baby's car seats or
Seats,
something
yep.
like that? Because if you get a picture of the car seat, then the headline will be "Where is North?" So maybe that's what it is. Something to that. Y'all don't know?
Well,
That was a great answer.
when I first started working here, I didn't talk for about a couple months.
Yeah. I wouldn't even let you look at me. Remember that?
Exactly, yeah. Just get my water, motherfucker.
Hey, but you know what? Prince had a rule at one point where people weren't allowed to look at him when he was going on stage. And if he walked by you, you couldn't really look. You couldn't look him in the eye. You had to look on. Vanilla Ice did that to me once. Me and King Tech, we were opening up for Vanilla Ice, and his food was coming out on stage, and we were on the sideline, and the security said, "You can't look at Mr. Ice." We were like, "Mr.
What?
Who?
Mr. Ice.
Get the hell out of here, man. We out." We cut out. But yeah, man. So
Interessante. Well, I still think you got to be careful because likability is a major part of being an artist, especially if you want to sell records and depending on your longevity and different opportunities. And this isn't like this isolated incident. There's like 45 more stories that are similar to this.
and I think he doesn't care, and I think people get to that level, they don't care. They're trying to create these urban myths about
Right.
themselves, this mystique about themselves, and or he's just an asshole. It's one or the other, right?
Either way, we're talking about him.
Okay, so it works, right? So maybe that's the question. You ever worked around someone who had just these crazy ways and idiosyncrasies about them that made them unbearable to work with? 888-742-3345.
Sway in the morning.
All right, Ye's in the news.
Yeah, yo, and we also are joined by BuzzFeed pop culture writer Sylvia Obell. But yes, we are talking about Ye because the ex-bodyguard that worked with him for 2 weeks is coming out. He's talking to Page Six. He's saying that Kanye is basically a toddler. He's saying when you work with Kanye, he will never touch his elevator buttons. He expects you to do that. He expects you to do research on him so you know what floor to press. And also, if you're part of the staff, you got to remain mute when Kanye's in the room.
Yeah, man. And, a lot of people get to that level. That's kind of like they just don't want all the extra energy, all the extra input. It just throws their focus off.
That's true, too.
They want you to bodyguard. That's all I really want you to do.
Right.
And it's going to be hard for this bodyguard to get any high-profile work beyond this point because he's telling the goods. He's telling them. One thing about being a bodyguard, you're going to see so much personal stuff that is really important that they have your trust and your word and your bond. And if you go out and you spilling the secrets, the next high-profile celebrity is going to look at you like, damn.
And it's already hard to get these jobs because usually bodyguards are with these artists for double-digit years.
Yeah.
Look at Beyonce's dude.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he won't tell us anything.
Yeah, what's his name?
Julius?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We know his name. That's how long he's been with his job.
And if you're going to, risk your career like that, I mean, give us some good stuff. We already know this about Kanye. I wasn't shocked by, even if it was exaggerated.
Right. Tell us about the fingers and the booty. Is that true? Were you there for that?
Tell us where he does his Twitter rants on.
Right.
Does he practice them?
Are they scheduled?
Right. Are they drafted?
These are the things I want to know.
Does he use Hootsuite? Yeah.
Does he cook? No, I'm just kidding. All right, Usher, we got Mike in Miami. The question is, you ever work with a coworker that had idiosyncrasies, just an asshole? Mike, what up? Good morning.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? This is Dukes all day from Miami. Yeah, I work for a multi-millionaire. I mean, this guy, we do, we do supercars, luxury cars, we do the music videos for all the big stars. So I get the vibe that Sway is talking about. I think these people exemplify successful habits that successful people possess. And I think you're right about controlling the positive vibes and making sure that these people have the same successful habits that you exemplify. Because if you don't, it can turn toxic, it can turn sour. So I think it's all about management. Then again, on the other side of the coin, you're 100% correct. There are assholes out there. Sometimes money does get to you, but I think even celebrities like P. Diddy are on that positive vibes only. You got to have those people around you that have that. So maybe this guy just clashed. Maybe he wasn't on the right wave. And that sometimes that happens in business. But you've got to be successful and you've got to have the best people around you and the most successful. So maybe he should have done his research.
Yeah, maybe you should. It wasn't on the right frequency because you knew what you were walking into was Kanye West.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to allow for some different thing, some different shit is gonna happen.
Exactly.
You're gonna see something.
Yeah, it's not working with a Disney star.
It might be some goat horns falling out the ceiling or something.
And you gotta catch them.
You gotta catch those
All
goat horns.
7 of them.
Hey, Mike. How much was your the guy you work for, the person you work for? How much were they worth?
We're pushing up into the billions at this point. You can check out. We have a one-of-one Bugatti. Veyron. We're doing some major things. We at one point we were one of the largest exotic dealers in the United States. So if you do a little research on that, you may have heard of us.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, Mike, you're a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning.
Gonna take them to Oakland, Sylvia. That's where I was born and raised.
Oh, I hear they steal cars out there too.
They steal cars out of
Shoot. Come on. Trump was trying to hate
Ain't
on
nobody steal cars like Jersey. Okay?
We like to master everything we do.
We steal parts. Y'all steal cars. You might get your rim swiped.
You steal the whole car.
Yeah.
You took parts off it.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Okay.
Right, Ant?
All right.
Ant, you there?
Hey, man, I'm here. What's going on, Sway?
Hey, what's up, man? Who was the co-worker and what was it about them, man, that bothered you?
All right. I worked at Walmart. I got to say this. You already get crazy people at Walmart, so that's one thing. This guy worked for us. His name was Danny. I got to put him on blast because everybody loves him.
Okay.
He had this. We were front-end managers. We used to run the cashiers and everything. And wouldn't you know, he wanted the job above us. He wanted the manager's job. So he only did the manager's job. while the manager was doing it. He
Oh.
wouldn't help us with our job. So it's like no matter what you do, we like, hey, can you help us, Danny? We need help. Well, I have to do this. I have to do this. No, you have a job. Can you do your job with us? And they're like, nah. And we told the managers, like, nah, he's okay. We'll let him do his job. Like, so it makes our job harder? Really?
Yep. So yeah, it sounded like he was on a mission, and he never wanted to do your job. Is what the problem is. He always wanted to be a manager, and he probably was working as a manager, so he'll get that next opening.
Yeah, and then it's funny because all the managers always talked down to him like he didn't exist, and they always gave us more respect because we actually did the work.
Yeah. And then it sounds like it's a slight, I don't know, DB, maybe you could chime in on this. Sound like Anna's a slight hater, too, at the same time?
You know, because it sounds like the other guy was effectively brown-nosing.
There you go. There you go. And he didn't like this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so what we're hearing is slight, hey, Ant. Hey, Ant.
Yeah, man.
Man, don't focus on him, man. Just focus on you, bro.
Oh, I'm so far beyond that, man, and it's so funny because every once in a while I'll still go in that store, and he's exactly in the same position that we were in 5 years ago. He hasn't moved up, and I'm well moved on. So
There it is, man.
it happened, you know.
Ooh, you got the stab. That was right in the rib right there. Ooh. Hey, man, you're a citizen, Ant.
A Sway in the morning.
Yeah, man. It's one born every day. Anything else, Tracy?
Yeah, I could say this really quickly. So Soulja Boy, a couple weeks ago, he announced via Twitter that he had just secured a $400 million deal. So people are like, yo, Soulja Boy, shut up. Get your freaking account deactivated. Well, it was true. Because beyond all this speculation, the fact is this company called World Poker Fund Holdings has come forward to confirm that, yes, they're the ones who gave Soulja Boy $400 million for this deal. And they put out a statement saying this. The world of marketing is changing. Today's biggest influencers are not brands, but individuals who create content that drive loyalty and brand sentiment. Soulja Boy represents the best of the best, and we are already seeing the impact from his presence.
Well, I don't want to hate on.
Thank you for that celebrity wire.
Yeah, thank you, Tracy. Good for Soulja Boy.
Right.
For Soulja Boy.
Yo, man, what
He's having
man?
a good
Meat
year.
Mill, Soulja Boy.
I want to meet those people. I got a bridge. I want to sell them too. But good for Soulja Boy.
Absolutely.
He's finding a way to, to
Stay alive.
Stay in the game. Sylvia, thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Sylvia Obell.
Yep.
How can people reach you? She's at BuzzFeed. Y'all get at her.
Yeah, BuzzFeed.com/Sylvia Obell is where all my stories are. And my Twitter handle is Sylvia Obell, SYLVIA OBELL.
All right. Thank you for coming by. Okay. Tracy,
Thanks for
thank you
having
too.
me.
How can they reach
Of
you?
course, Twitter, Instagram, It's Tracy GITS,
Okay, Mario Van Peebles is going to come join us later on in the show. I'm looking forward to that. Also, the Nappy Roots are going to join us for the A&R room, and I got my good friend Jesse Williams, actor extraordinaire and activist. He's going to come up after the mix. Right now, we got one of New York City's finest with us. What's up, man?
What up, sir?
How you doing?
What's
DJ
going on,
Parlay
Sway?
is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me.
What you been up to, Parlay?
Just hanging,
Yeah.
working, keeping busy.
Where you been working?
Up and down the city. Sometimes I get out of New York, go to Europe or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes Cali.
Cali, okay, good. You getting international money then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Yeah, I
all
try to
right.
keep it local.
Any projects coming up? What's up with the
well,
Sampleology?
Sampleology. I'm dropping a new Sampleology with OK Player. That's coming out in like the next couple of days or so.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a summer stage with them.
Okay.
In June, and I'm just gonna be up and down the city doing Cadillac House tomorrow. Just
Getting your money up and down the
Working.
city, man. Hey, how can people reach you? We like for our citizens to chime in when we bring DJs on here.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. In case if you mess up, they'll know it's you. And if you do well, they'll know it's you. So
Right.
how can they reach you?
On all social media platforms, it's DJ PARLER. Parlay. DJ Parlay.
Okay, PARLER.
Right.
Taking over the airways, the one and only DJ Parlay.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.